Hey brats, welcome back to the channel. And a few weeks, maybe a month ago, I was on Instagram and got reached out to by a company called Trash Talk Gaming. They are a company that is looking for brand ambassadors, basically that they want to represent or support is kind of their whole pitch. Yet they have a application process, they have sponsored ads even. They're reaching out to people. And so my first thought was, well, is this some kind of a scam? Is this some brand just trying to get their name out there? What is this? So in searching, I couldn't find anything about them besides their Instagram page at that point. So I thought, well, I will just use one of my cards that has buyer protection. I'll give this a try and then I'll make a video to help the other people out there who are wondering for themselves. So today, let's talk about Trash Talk Gaming. So Trash Talk Gaming is one of these brands, you've probably seen them on Instagram, potentially on Facebook, Reddit, anywhere that there's gaming communities. They're ones that are like, hey, we need brand ambassadors to help us. Or I guess they pitch it more as, we need brand ambassadors that we want to help them in their growth and help them get exposure and stuff. So not something I typically would do. I've had a lot of people more recently as the channel's grown reach out to me through email, say, hey, we can give you a shout out and grow your brand and do this and that. And I ignore all that. I figure those of you out there who are enjoying the content, liking it and sharing, that's enough exposure. But when I saw that there was nothing I could find about Trash Talk Gaming, I thought, well, let's do a piece so that other people who are searching, if it is potentially a scam, won't get hurt by it, or if it's good, then they can check it out for themselves. So basically the application process, you just apply online, you tell them, hey, here's who I am, here's if I'm on YouTube, Instagram, whatever, you send them a link to that. They don't ask for any personal information at that point, so that part seemed really safe. Then if they approve you, they are willing to give you one of their headsets for free. They advertise this as a $130 headset that they will then give you for free if you just pay for the shipping, or shipping and handling is probably more likely how they consider it. So $130 for a headset. It should be a pretty decently nice headset. I mean, if you compare, I have a Razer Kraken that I use that cost me $100, and it is a really good headset. I used to use its mic before I got a legit mic for pretty much all my videos, and the sound quality was very good. So then they charge you just the shipping to send it. So that was the point that definitely raised a red flag for me. I thought, well, they may just keep the money, never send anything. They might just send some total piece of junk. There's a lot of different possibilities. But like I said, I used a card that I have buyer protection on. So that way, if nothing ever came in, I could just report it and get the money back. And so it did come, took quite a while to come in the mail. February 16th, I was accepted and was able to pay for the shipping on my headset, and it arrived on March 12th. So nearly a month it took to get here. At that point, I was starting to wonder, is it ever gonna come? I was about to, I figured if it went over a month, I would just dispute the charge and get the money back. Well, it did come, and I have not checked it out yet. It is here, and this, whatever's in this bag, technically should be able to compete with my Razer Kraken headset. So we're gonna test these things side by side, take a look at it, feel the build quality and see. So the exact amount I paid for shipping was $17.63, which for a bag this size, doesn't seem like it's probably all it costs. But one thing people don't realize about shipping is when people talk about shipping, they're supposed to be talking about shipping and handling. So when you say handling, that is basically whatever the cost is worth of the time it took someone to box or bag that up, take it to the post office. I used to, probably none of you out there know this about me. A long time ago, I used to actually run an eBay business selling car parts. I had a car that people like to fix up and work on, and yet there was very little aftermarket support. So I actually started developing parts for that and selling them online on eBay myself. And it always was crazy to me how some companies would charge $40 for shipping and handling for something that I knew cost about $8 to $10 at the time to ship. And so I would only charge $12 usually for shipping, 12 or 15 if it was a little bit bigger. So that paid for the actual shipping cost and then just a little bit of time for me to take it to the post office and send it off. Because back then it wasn't so easy as it is now to organize someone to come to your house, pick up all your packages. It was more, you had to just do it all yourself. So handling should cost more than shipping because they do need to pay someone that time. Now, the one thing here that I would say even about this costing and shipping handling, if this brand really had interview process and was really only giving these headsets out to the influencers that they believed, I hate that I used the word influencer just now, but that's what they call them. I don't consider myself, nor do I think I will ever use the word influencer about myself. The channel's not big enough at this point. I would say that I would use that word N+. I just feel like it's kind of a weird word. I don't know, maybe I'm weird, but whatever. Anyways, if they truly believed in the people that they were having apply, they would cover the shipping costs because they'd be like, this person's gonna use this on their channel. Also, if they truly backed the product, I would say that they would also not be so worried about that, because if they're sending you a headset that is worthy of $130, for most people that's gonna be a great headset, and that would become their full-time gaming headset. Is this gonna become a full-time gaming headset for me? Well, let's find out. Right now, one thing that makes me nervous is, I mean, this didn't even come in a box. You can just feel it's inside this bag. So here is the $130 headset, not so much. Let's talk real quick about, so since this has happened, other things that have come out of the application. They sent me an email that was like, hey, represent the brand. And basically it's just their merch they're trying to sell you. It's not at anything that I would consider as an at cost rate. They're not giving it to you. They're not sending it to you for free. They're not really making you an ambassador like most companies would consider it. And then this headset, I mean, okay, I haven't tested it yet. So just looking at this though, this is very cheap. And the fact that if they were actually a brand ambassador and they really wanted you to represent their brand, they would have their name probably all over this thing or their logo so that people would see it if you're actually using it in your videos. Obviously feels very cheap. It's got a mic on it that doesn't feel like it auto mutes when you flip it up. It might. I would say you could get a headset identical to this on Amazon for probably less than $10. So they probably are just trying to make some profit off of the people that they are calling their ambassadors, because if this headset, if other headsets on Amazon can sell this just that cheap for $10 and still turn a profit, and they're selling it for basically $17.63, then they're turning a profit off of it. Extremely cheap plastic, a very weird mic. Who knows, maybe the sound quality will surprise us. I would be shocked if it did. It has a mute switch and it has a volume up and down knob, and then it looks like your standard about 3-foot cord. So obviously after I post this video, I don't consider myself a brand ambassador now. After this video goes up, I probably will not be. If anyone from there sees this, they might be upset, but hey, this is what they're sending to the people that they want to represent them. So this is honest. 3.5 millimeter jack. It's not a USB. So again, for someone who's going to be doing gaming, this most likely wouldn't be the best headset for you. So let's try listening to some music. Now I won't be able to play what I'm gonna play because it will get claimed in the video, but I'm gonna play, we'll start with Animals by Martin Garrix because that's got some decent bass. It does have this volume here, which is handy, but even at max volume, I would say the drivers are very weak in this. The sound quality is not good, but it's actually better than I expected. It's not good, but the music is totally legible. There's a slight bit of bass that's actually causing the headphones to shake a little bit. But the thing is, the bass it's out of balance. It's mostly only coming from the right headphone. All right, let's test out the microphone. All right, so this says this is recording audio through the headset. Obviously at this point, I'm not even gonna know how that sounds or what is actually happening, if it's even picking up any audio at all. So there is an audio kill switch here. So we'll flip that this way. And so now there shouldn't be anything coming through the mic at all. We'll flip it back so that we got audio again. So the kill switch works perfectly. I would actually say the microphone quality on this headset is probably surprisingly the best thing about it. It actually picks up decent mic audio. So if you were actually gonna use this for gaming and just talking with your buddies on chat, it actually works pretty well for that. So is this $130? No, absolutely not. Could we find this exact same headset probably on Amazon for somewhere about $10 to $20? I would say yes. So in that case, maybe in some way it's worth the $17.63, but let me take a look. Let me see if I can find this thing on Amazon, or at least something really close to it. $13.99. The closest one I could find is a Buttfulaki stereo gaming headset. Buttfulaki, however you want to say that. That is the closest one I would say I can easily find. That is $14. Is this a $130 headset? Absolutely not. Is this a total ripoff at $18? Honestly, no. Everything about it works and it works fine. So if you want a headset and you wanted to, for some reason, be able to say you represent Trash Talk Gaming, I mean, I guess this could be worth that. But if they were actually trying to sell this to anyone for $130 and someone would pay that, they would feel horribly ripped off. If it was $130, it should be a premium headset and it should definitely say their name. I mean, how is this representing them? So take your opinion on Trash Talk Gaming and what that means for them. I see what they're trying to do and they're probably turning a decent profit from it. The main thing people ask to look at something like this is, am I gonna get scammed? Well, are you gonna get scammed? They're gonna run off with your credit card information. It doesn't seem like it. I haven't had any calls about any mischarges or anything going on there. Is this something that's gonna give you some crazy exposure through their channels or anything like that? I don't believe so. I haven't seen that they make any offers as far as shout outs or anything they want to do there. That's not something I would use at the channel as a part of it, but I wanted to make this video so those of you out there who are looking them up and trying to figure out, hey, is this legit? Is this okay? I mean, it's fine. It's not anything I would recommend doing. It's a company that's selling a $15 Amazon headset for $17 in a different way. They're taking their company in a different direction to try and do it. So they have shirts that you can get that say, I am a Trash Talk Gamer, and you can share the discount code, which I'm not gonna do because I don't think any of you want that. And I'm not trying to actually associate myself with them in any way. So, but with it, your friends, they can get 75% off their gaming headset. So if you got the 130, even if it was more than 70, if you got it for $25, they'd still be paying more. We made these awesome branded shirts, especially for you to represent your new branded spot. So how much do they want for the shirt? $12 for the shirt. White with a very simple print on it. So yeah, is it a total scam? No. Is it slightly overpriced merch they're going a weird way about selling? Yes. That's as simple as I can put it for you, and you can make your own conclusions from everything else you've seen here. So thank you so much for hanging out with me today, and I will see you in another reality.